just I said if there's something to talk, then we can talk and not try and focus on quality and speak about this thing as well. It I don't find it nice. Jesus Christ. Cable management, it's horror because there's none. There's no cable management whatsoever. It's just a big mess. One big mess.
I all my cables behind the table, so I don't see them.
I mean, to be fair, I need to sometimes just move some of the cables, but to be fair, some of these cables, oh my fuck. Yeah, the desk, everything is just so bad. But maybe instead of focusing on my desk and the cable management, basically, round one, the tier 1 side of HOR, round 1 in Australia, we begin the season in the land of Down Under, there where Helix lives. Josh's favorite commentator. If you don't know, then basically Josh didn't like Helix that much.
Mm-hmm.
And after him being
interesting storyline.
Yeah, him being on high on sleep deprivation in season 4, I believe. Season 5, because I joined in season 5. In season 5, Mexico, being so high on sleep deprivation that he was just starting to go absolutely nuts. And a little bit annoying, honestly.
Oh wait, was he the one that commented together with you Japan in season 4? Or am I tripping?
I mean, he was going all over the place, to be fair. he was like going to like Alpine's voice chat in Discord, then in the others places, then it was just unbearable, honestly, at that point. And then basically
just said like anything I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, your voice was as well. Like, I mean, the whole server is flipping reds. I don't know. It's crazy. My internet is lately dodgy at the moment.
I can hear it sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I can't change the internet anymore, so just have to go with this. But yeah, of course, there's no penalties to report, penalties to say, because, well, round 1, and no one, of course, is gonna report anything from the preseason unless it's a takeout, straight takeout.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, preseason you don't have to really take those seriously, but honestly, like, you don't want someone to just straight line you into turn 1 at Bahrain. Anything like that.
Funky them.
Damn.
It was been caught on stream, that's the best part.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, we may as well talk about the grid. We of course have a new grid with the new season. In Red Bull there should be Nano and Rob, which they are. In Ferrari, Sir Nikolai, Italian team, in the Italian driver in the Italian team, suits very nicely. And then Fresh, who is as well in the Ferrari. Sir Nikolai is not in yet. Then at Mercedes there's Chimp, the No, Clipsy was the reigning F2 champion. We'll get to him soon. Chimp, and then Chesney at Alpine, the French disaster that is in real life. Alex, and then Tornado Tree. I don't know. How do you want me to pronounce the other Alpine's name? Because he's apparently Italian. At least.
I mean, you can call him Tornado, you can call him whatever you want, because I do see him on another name, because I'm on the I'm on PC, so I do see him on a completely other name. So call him whatever you want, and
Okay.
I adapt to it.
Okay.
I called him Tornado in the preseason, so it's fine.
Okay, let's just stick with Tornado. At McLaren, it's gonna be Yinger Boy, aka Josh, and then Wave. Alfa Romeo, it's gonna be Trilla and Gabby. Aston Martin, Gally, your teammate that carried you, completely carried the Constructors' Championship for Aston Martin last season.
Yeah.
And then Matt.
Yeah.
By his Italian commentary will be there. Yes, of course. Then at Haas, it's going to be Albo and Pino. And then at AlphaTauri, there's a full-on Italian squad with Vampi and Wieselbor. And then at Williams, there's Constella. And then Eclipse, what I talked about him, the reigning F2 champion, moved up to F tier 1. What is going on in the... Make sure you... Constantly make sure you place me in the race. Okay. No. But yeah, as you can hear, it's a full-on Italian invasion going on at HOR. In tier 1, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers that are Italian, and then one commentator, Italian as well. So it's a full-on Italian invasion at the moment, Italian revolution at HOR. But yeah, we're going to ready up. And then hopefully it's not going to be that big of a carnage that was in tier 3 and tier 2, although lap 1, turn 1, we will be there. It's going to be chaos.
More than turn 1, I'll say turn 3, I'm going to be honest. That whole section will create carnage at some point, especially lap 1 and 2 will be, oh my god. Help me with the safety cars.
Yeah, I mean, in tier 3 there were like 1 VSC and then 2 safety cars in the space of 6 laps. There were 20 laps. They did a 35% race in 6 laps.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And then everyone just yeah, and then everyone just fell one by one during the race, when to the point that there was only 10. It's crazy. It's absolute madness. Yeah. Do we have anything else to really talk about? I mean, probably the new calendar, which the new calendar, of course, round 1. Oh, Wave has the quickest retirement in HOR history, probably.
Yeah, they have Coliban, Seaman, passing before.
They do? Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, also
Alex, Albo, Gabby. In round 1 qualibans. How the
I think they carried over stuff they did in Abu Dhabi.
Oh yeah.
I'm not fully sure about it.
Oh yeah, okay, makes sense. Okay. So yeah, Wave, Gabby, Elbow, and Alex have quali bans, and then Matt has a race ban. Interesting. Yeah, already first drives out on track, but let's talk about the calendar just quickly. Hold on. of course, round 1 is Australia, where we are at the moment. Then round 2 is going to be Imola. Third one is going to be Azerbaijan. That I'll be looking forward to. Fourth is Great Britain with a sprint. Fifth is going to be Italy, Monza. Sixth is going to be Belgium. Seventh round is Hungary with a sprint as well. Eighth is going to be Canada. That's going to be interesting as well, with all the chicanes and penalties. Ninth is going to be Qatar, probably the most boring track to overtake. I mean, you have only turn 1 that you can overtake, really, and the MotoGP track. And then running off the season, it's going to be at Abu Dhabi. Only 10 races. Well, probably mainly caused because of the F1 24 being released at the very end of May. But we have already Drilla on the first flying lap of the season, so we will follow him all the way through until he finishes the lap or he validates, which, I mean, in here it's not that hard, but then not that easy as well. It's like in the middle of like how hard it is to invalidate in here. Alex has already bought the F1 24
car that is Sorry? It's more the chances that you spin that invalidate on this track. I mean, there's the chicane that has pretty track limits, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, for the rest, it's most likely avoiding spinning, and you will be fine.
Yeah, or Drilla getting a little bit of out of control through the fast chicanes, and there are turn 9 and turn 10, and then into turn 12. Wait, how many corners were there? And Drilla has already invalidated through turn 12, I believe. I think so. No, yeah. 13 probably.
Yeah, it is on turn. I don't know.
Me neither. But yeah, Drilla has invalidated, and Josh is going to be the first one to settle up. It's got 17.511. It's a 3/10 slower than the tier 3 pole time. Surprisingly, Clipsy going P2 17.685. Pino going third 18.201. Then Consola going second 17.621. Jono was setting a blistering lap time of 28.801, but the two AlphaTauris of Visobor and Vampy go 1 and 2 on the first run. 16.810 for Visual, and then 17.009 for Vampy. A very good Italian support team, I guess. If that's the
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 with Trent going third, 17.154. We just only need Pino going up there, and then Nikolai Fresh going sixth with 17.52. 652. So Nikolai, where is he? He's doing an Intertie Championship, which is done a 7 seconds faster than Jono, surprisingly. And Nikolai wins that battle with Jono in the Interties because there's no one else. Drilla.
The two Mercedes were nearly crashing with each other in the main straight, in the straight between turn 8 and 9, I'd say. And as I think an Alpine crashed the wall there, tornado, I'd say. Luckily they didn't get a penalty for holding each other up because they were pretty close. And
yeah, Nano on a flying lap, it looks to be, although he has pretty much run out of VRS. That shouldn't be happening here in Australia, but he's still going, and Riz is he held him up a little bit. Tornado goes 10th, and Nano goes 11th, 18.034 for Nano, and then Tornado 17.923. Surprisingly, only the top 3 are faster than the tier 3 pole time. That was a 17.2.
Italian quality.
Yeah, Italianism is dominating in here. Good to see. It is not gonna be the people from UK and Ireland combined. It's gonna be the Italians that are gonna be dominating in here. Drilla goes 10th with 17.902. And he goes wide immediately on the exit of turn 1. It's honestly, it's a very specific track. This is, because you don't really see these corners in other tracks, like these quick chicanes. And then, yeah.
A little bit, with how much the curbs are deadly in this game, as much as RL, I'd say, considering how free practice went, it's sort of reminding of Canada, but less track limits and more chances to winning it. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a mix between the two.
Yeah, it is. Pino has left the session at the time. In the meantime, and yeah, especially with the pre-changes in 2021, I believe, it was close to a Canada, like you said, but now with the changes that they were removed the chicane or the two corners that were after turn 6 as well. Turn 6 became so much faster until after turn 7. There was a chicane that got removed, and now it's just a straight with DRS in the game. In real life, I don't think there is a DRS. There was planned, but it's not there.
They removed that zone. They removed that zone in 2022 for purposing reasons, but I think they added it back for this year and last year as well. So I think it's RL as well, that DRS zone.
Oh yeah, yeah. True. In the meantime, Consuela is already improving to the first sector by a tenth. To be fair, the second sector is only one corner, and it's a quick one. It's like, what's a good comparison? I can't now think of my head, but second sector 8 was like a sector that is just pretty much one corner that you need to get right in the game, like one sector. I can't think of anything that much.
Yeah, you go over commentating. I'll think about a sector.
Okay. Yeah, Consuela is running up the final corner, and he should be improving on his time. He does improve on his time at 17.449, goes ahead of Yengaboy, but still behind Chimp. Then the two Italians, Vampy getting a lovely slipstream from his teammates. Yellow flag sector 1, but that's nothing. And 3 as well. But I mean, they're just doing slipstreams, and they're not really just only slipstreams. They're just going so close to each other. Visible has invalidated his lap through turn probably 12. Visible, of course, goes into the pit. Vampy lagging for me like crazy. It might be just my internet, but Vampy is going to cross the line. He stays second, but he proves a 10th on his lap, which brings the two AlphaTauris closer. Did you find the sector yet? Clipsy goes 4th.
Probably Baku, but there are a few corners there. Just need to not crash into the wall. But aside from that, I don't think there's any sector.
I mean, to be fair, you could say, I mean, it's not going to be the one corner, but Suzuka, the final sector. It's only like one chicane, and that's it. Could really say that, but other than that, I don't think there is. I don't think there is that kind of a sector. In the meantime, Drilla on a flying lap, already at 10th, up on his time through the first sector. Second sector, of course, it's a one corner sector, so if you just nail that one corner, close to nailing it, then you should be good. And he's 1.5 tenths up through the second sector. Didn't lose it through the chicane. And there's going to be AlphaTauri going slower up in front, but he lets him through nicely. Going aggressive on that curb, slightly losing it on the exit. Turn 12 into turn 13, and then into turn 14, and then into the final corner of turn 15. We're getting slightly loose, but just that you can barely see it. Andrilla is going to be crossing the line, and he goes P7, 17.410 behind his teammate Jono, who is in P6, 17.399, who is 3 thousandths behind Chimp. Younger boy not improving on his time. Rob not improving to the first sector. Is he going to be improving through the second? No, he's 2.5 tenths down his time. Fresh in the meantime is up on his time through the first sector by 32 thousandths. Chesney not on a flying lap as he's invalidated. Fresh up on his time by 72 thousandths now through the second sector, but he goes way off through the chicanes. And, well, he didn't invalidate, but that's gonna lose him plenty of time. Unless he did a massive mistake through the third sector and he's gonna gain a lot in here, then I don't think he's gonna be improving. Is he going into the pits? Yes, he does go into the pits. Tornado up next. Ooh, slightly off, and he is invalidated. Because from a oversteer moment, and way more oversteer going on. See, the pits in Australia, you need to be really careful because it's a very tight entry in there. It's a very tight entry there. Bisobor through the second sector split. Is there anything gonna be? No, he's 3 tenths down in second sector. Yeah, Italian trio up there.
Thing about Italians, Yenga Boy breaks the immense first three places. I was looking at Nicola because he was actually invalidated at the exit of turn 1, so my point was useless.
Yeah.
I think he will go again. He doesn't have fuel, never mind.
Yeah, he will need to go back into the pits and refuel. But yeah, Young Boy going third, 17.075. Like you said, he breaks the Italian trio. Now it's a Italian front row with then Italian DNA, because AlphaTauri is based in Faenza, which was left from Minardi. So basically an Italian team with a full-on Italian drivers on the front row. And Bisobor was, well, infamous for not really finishing the races, not always from his fault, but he just wasn't finishing the races, I believe, if I remember right, because he said once that the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, that was the final race of season 5, that was his first Grand Prix that he finished. Chesney in the meantime went 6th, 17.331, and his own teammate Chimp, who is not improving on his flying lap through the second sector. Yellow flags, that's just Nano going slow in the sector 2. So going back to Chimp, he's not improving on his time. Is he going back into the pits? No, he isn't. He's trying to finish the lap. Maybe he's actually improving, but no, he won't, because he's still losing the car, but now he's got it under control. But invalidation on the exit of the final corner, and as well losing it quite dangerously there. He could have easily gone into the wall, but kept it under control. But he stays in 7th. Jono invalidates his flying lap through the first corner immediately. The first corner is very tricky in terms of just going around there as well without any warnings, because of the curb on the inside. If you are driving with no traction control, it can unexpectedly just bump you like crazy, and basically that means you'll lose control, and you'll probably lose time than you gain. And as well, you need to watch out for the track limit.
It's always better to avoid it inside curb in that corner. Like, if you have a really good setup, Nikolai gets a grid race penalty for a contact with Clipsy.
Interesting.
Clipsy. What?
Interesting.
Oh, through Clipsy in the Williams. Thought it was in the Mercedes. Never mind. I was used to Tier 2 last season. But yeah, I was gonna say, otherwise, even if you have a really good stable setup, going over the curb is deadly. Even if you actually go around it, the whole line comes anyway with having oversteer. I was looking at Tornado's time before he awarded it, and he had a massive amount of oversteer at the exit of turn 1. So either he's running very low wings, which is something, or maybe he's very aggressive on the throttle, and turn 1 is making his life very difficult now. It's his lap again, he didn't lose it, so maybe he got a little bit too happy.
Nano has.
Time around.
I'm sorry that I had to somewhat stop you there, but Nano lost it like chimp on the exit of the final corner, but way more dramatically, and he actually hits the wall, but seems to be no damage.
Now parking there.
Yeah. Yeah, doing a Verstappen from 2022. Yeah, there anything else to add on that, or is it already finished?
Yeah, no, I was gonna finish.
Okay. So into the final runs of the qualifying, as the clock has hit 0. Of course, reminding that the track limits. The lines are the yellow lines and not the white, as Vampy has invalidated his time through the fast chicanes that are 9 and 10 on the X of 10. Visible is improving. I didn't see the split.
Yeah, he's flying 2 tenths down.
Tornado up to P7, 17.376. So he moves up to P7. Then, Jono spectacularly has crashed on the finish line. Same with, I think it was one of the Williamses. That was Constella as well. But yeah, Vampy in the pits. Visibor coming across the line. Is he going to improve on his time? Yes, he does by 4 tenths of a second faster. 16.400 by Visibor. Rob goes up into P3. 17.032. Spectacularly crashes into the Williams of Constellas. Sir Nicola goes 5th, 17.083. Then behind it's going to be Fresh, who goes very slowly into the finish line, and that is going to be it, because Trent has is off-roading on the grass on the exit of turn 13. So that means Visibor is on pole position 4 tenths, not 4 tenths, half a second faster than his teammate Vampy. So it's an AlphaTauri and an Italian front row lockout in the season opener here in Australia. Rob surprising P3 after last season. Last season having a horrible season. Now up in the P3, Youngaboy in P4, Sir Nikolai in P5 with his one and only actual flying lap, Trent in P6, Clipsy P7, Szczesny P8, Szczesny Riz, Tornado P9, Chimp rounds off the top 10, then Jono in P11, Drilla P12, Consular P13, Fresh 14th, Nano 15th, Pino 16th, and then it's Albo, Wave and Alex who have their quali bans, and that's pretty much it for the...
I do want to mention that there's going a chat in the F1 drivers chat saying that Buzelbor has to go. He has to do a DC and fuck off. So I don't know how this will pan out later.
Is he actually? What?
Yeah, they're chatting about it.
Jeez. Okay, that's interesting for our pole sitter. Mr. Zoe has left the party. But yeah, a reminder that Sir Nikolai has the 5-place grid penalty for apparently colliding with Calypsy. So he's going to be down to 10th. So everyone behind him is going to be going up the field by a position. And yeah, probably the favorable strategy is going to be medium hard or hard medium. There are fans already cheering like crazy if the cars will be going around the track, but they're actually not. They're just stationary, like you would be in a traffic lights. What happened?
Yes, up on the phone going shit like EA servers, let's say.
Okay. Nano has had the same problem, so I mean I understand the struggle. That app is a little bit laggy, can be, and just annoying to use. Yeah, now we're just... Isn't the like fable strategy here like medium hard or hard medium? Okay, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights are gonna be out, and away we go here in Australia. I have no race director whatsoever, but the 2 AlphaTauris going inside of each other. Actually, they're inside of each other, but semi-clean start of the line. No real collisions whatsoever, or crashes, but there's a whole bunch of lag for me. I don't know, is that just me or EA servers?
No, it's the same for me. It's the same for me.
Okay, Cliff's already getting a 3-second time penalty. There's some contact with him and Szczesny. By the way, Tornado up into P5. He started in P9 and he's already up into P5. That's crazy. In the first opening corners, the two...
there's a big battle going on between 9th place and behind, like they went 4-1 in the straight. Now everything is settled down luckily.
Oh, Constella
is going from Nikolai. Yeah, I think he will make it, otherwise he'll be crashing
Still side by side, Sir Nikolai goes off track. Yes, Sir Nikolai goes off track and he's dropped down behind his teammate down in P13. Tornado as well already at 3 seconds time, but as there's one of the Alpines going a little bit getting a little bit off-settled, as there's Sir Nikolai getting even more unsettled. Horrible starts to the season opener here in Australia, already down to P19, where he started in P10, of course, with his 5-place grid penalty. Meanwhile, at the top, well, nothing pretty much else happening, other than, well, the AlphaTauris are, for me, lagging like crazy. They're just going around the track.
Are in another universe.
Yeah, Italian is the Italianism has its issues of having, I guess, bad internet, or I don't know. That might be just all me. But yeah, all the drivers.
You know, it's for me as well. Like it's EA service going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's shit. Most of the drivers went for the mediums. But not everyone, as Rob, Albo and Fresh went for the hards. Pino I don't count because he is in AI, but he went for the softs. Meanwhile behind, Calypsy tried to go ahead of Tornado, but he didn't because Tornado, I guess, teleported in front of him. As there's already a 1.5 second gap between Youngerboy and Rob. Starting lap 3, those hards at the very beginning aren't great, of course. That's pretty much expected as Consuela, as there are yellow flags behind, and that's one of the Alpines. That's Alex spun on the start to finish line. Sir Nikolai going to the pit stop, but Alex already spinning on the exit of the final corner and being 10 seconds behind Pino and about 11 seconds behind Nano. That's not a great start to our well, a normal start to Alpine. No, Tornado just dropping back in 5th, from dropping down to 11th immediately up to 5th. Yeah, Trent and Albo fighting in P12, but Trent is ahead of Albo going into turn 9. In front, Clipsy trying to get ahead of Tornado. Tornado's teleporting himself to the inside, literally inside of Rob, but now he's behind Clipsy and he's involved in a fight with Chimp and Consuela, and even Jono. He's losing so many places, and he's down to 9th. Could that be... when is he gonna teleport back on top? We will never know, but Clipsy getting himself ahead of Rob as well, and he moves up to P4. Trent doing a new fast lap of 1:10.456. Tornado losing another place to Chesney Riz, but now he's trying to get himself back in front, trying to overtake. Hard to keep up like this. It's so hard to keep up.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same thing you probably like. Oh, there's a switch for the lead.
Yeah, there's a switch as Vampy overtakes Visibor with double the DRs, of course, and now Vampy is gonna keep his P1 as behind. That's Rob spun on the exit of turn 9 and 10. The very easy spot to spin, which I'm not surprised. And he's dropped down to P16. Our third driver who has spun in this Grand Prix in the space of 4 laps. Thankfully, we have had no safety cars as of right now. Visibor and Vampy trying to work together, of course, against Yingaboy, who is behind them. So they have the upper hand, having 2 cars in front of a McLaren. So 2 Italians versus 1 Brit. Interesting stuff. Hopefully it won't end in a bad way. I have no...
In which way? Of a bad way?
I don't know. I have absolutely no reference in terms of wars or anything. I have absolutely no reference. Just generally that it won't end in a bad way, as Wave gets a 3-second time penalty. Visibor gets out of Vampy into turn 9. But now, Yingaboy, no, he will be too far behind to overtake Vampy, but who is close enough to overtake is Chimp, trying to go on the attack on Clipsy into turn 12 now. And he makes it stick into turn 12 on the inside, and he's up to P4. And Clipsy still needs to a little bit watch out for his teammate Consuela behind, as Consuela getting a little bit close, hitting his teammate Clipsy getting all out of shape on the exit of turn 14 and into 15. 2 Williams going side by side. This won't end well. It has ended well, but not in a good way, because now there's a gap of 6 cents to Chimp. Of course, that can be regained easily, as behind Trent is dropping down places, and he has spun on the exit of turn 1 and to another spinner in this Grand Prix. Our 4th one. 2 Italians already spun out of 4. Just mentioning that. Fun fact.
Yeah, yuppie.
Yeah,
By the
but
way, speaking about Italians, just in case Josh and other people will watch the stream, Pino is currently not in game, so in case he finishes the race, he will get disqualified if he doesn't join.
Yeah, he will be DSQ'd. Clipsy, in the meantime, close to Chesney, is using ERS. Is he gonna go on the attack? No, he won't. Slight of touches, but that didn't offset Chesney, and Clipsy stays in P8 as right now. But surprisingly, Clipsy has dropped down to P8 all of a sudden, from being P4 last lap, then being to P7, as Chesney didn't get the grace of exits out of turn 15, and Clipsy overtook him. Drilla is gonna overtake him. Fresh is looking ready for a move on him on the next corners, but he didn't get a good exit, as Chesney kind of blocked him there. Of course, well, Chesney couldn't really do anything there, as Tornado almost ran into the back of Fresh, but and Albo trying to overtake, Albo losing it out of turn 4. But yeah, Szczesny really couldn't do anything in there in terms of keeping him like not blocking Fresh. I mean, it wasn't technically blocking; it was just unfortunate way to get back into the racing line as Consular overtakes Chimp into turn 9, and Yengaboy has lost the DRS to the two AlphaTauris. Now they will have an easier job of just controlling the pace and, well, just going at it to take a 1-2 in this Grand Prix, to have a beautiful opener to the season. As in the midfield, there's a little bit more the grid is more packing in here, as Drilla is ahead of Clipsy. Probably didn't see that myself. Do you want me to yap here all the time, or do you want to talk a little bit as well?
Depends. In case you want some dead moments, I can take over them. I mean, I can take over now, as Szczesny tried to move on Clipsy, but failed into turn 3. But yeah, I'm watching more of the mid pack. Like they're fighting basically in every single DRS zone. They are side by side and all that stuff. Speaking about Yenga, it's a little bit unfortunate that he fell off DRS, because on this track, basically, if you stick on the DRS, you gain so much time, more than 7 times per lap. So it's unfortunate that he lost DRS.
Yeah, it's like Austria, Monza.
John had a big moment in turn 10. Sorry if I interrupted you. He had a big moment in turn 10. He lost everything compared to Drilla and Clipsy. Now Tornado went into the side of Szczesny into turn 11, or whatever turn is, I don't want to know. But yeah, sort of did what Rob did before, just he managed to get the car a bit more together, as Fresh has spun into turn 13.
Yeah, I was gonna just say that Fresh spun in turn 14. I'll say 14. Another spinner in this race, 5th spinner in this race. Yes, I'm keeping count of them. But yeah, like you said as well.
Good job.
Thanks. But yeah, like you said earlier, Jono lost it in the chicane as Tornado goes for the move on Clipsy into turn 3, but Clipsy is still on the inside as so Tornado was forced a little bit off track on the exit of turn 4, and Clipsy keeps the position at the moment. Jono not having the greatest of exits out of this quick right-hander. That is turn 6, I believe. But yeah, he's getting a good...
Sorry to interrupt you, but roles have swapped in lead. As Bumpy lost DRS to Busupo. I think Bumpy made a mistake, as I think, like...
Oh yeah.
And Yengaboy is back in the DRS of one AlphaTauri, so I think Bumpy made a mistake somewhere. I didn't see it, we presume.
Yeah, true.
Oh, Rob 3 seconds.
Yeah, Rob 3 seconds. But yeah, like you said... Okay, I won't repeat what you say. It will just be. I always repeat what the others say, just to have it in my mind that was said. Consular and Chimp having a race of their own, just them being in P45 chilling. They are 3.5 seconds behind Yengaboy, but 3.8 seconds ahead of Drilla. They are just in the league of their own. Literally, because they aren't close enough to 20 other drivers. They can just sort of work together. Just swapping, not really fighting, trying to catch up to the cars in front as Yengaboy goes for the move on Vampy right before turn 9, and he has made the move stick, and Yengaboy is up at the P2. Wavedray getting a 3-second time penalty. Vampy not close enough to think of a move, because he doesn't have the DRS. It's a 1 DRS detection zone and 2 DRS zones. 2 DRS zones, one detection. Drilla getting a 3-second. This just shows that this track can be somewhat easy to get track limits. I mean, turns 1 and 2, then I guess the exit of turn 4, turn 5, then turn 6 on the exit. Chicane, the first chicane, the first chicane 9 and 10. If you go off track, then you'll probably spin, most likely. And then really, not much there is left. Actually, that's it.
Bigger issue on this track, not gonna lie, is that the turn 4 and 5 section where the two Alfa Romeos were going through as Clipsy gets a warning. As I was talking about it, turn 3, 4, 5, all that section can get multiple warnings. I think Tornado the start had multiple warnings there. So I think we'll be seeing a report for him soon. Also, Alex gets a penalty in turn 1 though, which is not a multiple warning zone.
Yeah. Elbow overtake. Elbow overtake. Oh la la! That Chesney clips off in turn 9. What the fuck has happened there with Clipsy and Elbow? I mean, I don't want to speculate anything, but I mean, Elbow was making a clean move, and because of the lag, I couldn't tell much. As Wave has spun where Albon has spun in FP1 this year, literally this year, literally today.
I have a feeling with the thing with Albo and Clipsy. I think Albo turned in too early, or tried to make himself some space as Tornado gets 3 seconds time penalty. Trying to make some space between him and the wall.
Albo going for the move. Albo going for the move. Contact there between Albo and Drilla. A lot of contact, a lot of more contact. Both of them going off track. A lot more contacts, even more contact. And Albo spins because of that, and he drops down to P12, 13. He's still stuck there. Dropping down to P14, 15. How many penalties did they get? Because that place is 9 seconds.
God, I'm looking at the penalties. They got both together like 15 warnings all together in one car.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is crazy. I mean, so I don't know, but Trent going ahead of Nano into turn 12. He's back into the top 10 where you should be, as Wave spins yet again, this time in turn 1, like, let's say, Massa did in 2008. Trent going for his first pit stop in this race. At this around, the pit stops are going to be starting around here, aren't they?
I mean, if you want to do medium hard, yeah, for sure. Oh, wait. Jesus Christ. Yeah, if you want to do medium hard, this next lap is the correct window. If you want to do medium soft, you will carry on like up until lap 17 or 16, one of the two. Still. Yeah. Wave? Okay, he's going. I thought it was Dennis still for a second.
Hashtag Trilla is 30. Joke, man. Can you guess who is that from? Whose comments are from those?
F1 Kid?
No.
Oh, strange.
No. I have
no idea.
Elbow.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah.
The 3 second time penalty friend.
Yeah. I mean, those can probably get removed. I mean, that car park is notorious for getting... you can get some absolute BS 3 seconds there. It's crazy. As Trent goes ahead of another, as there's Trilla retiring in the pits, that got me a little bit excited there. But yeah, Trilla into DNFs into the pits. As what the hell has... Did Wave just rear-end Clipsy? I think Wave just rear-ended Clipsy into the pits, trying to get a move on, yeah, because Wave was trying to retire himself. Clipsy was just trying to get an ordinary pit stop done. That was weird. I just saw Clipsy just going
I mean,
forward.
if the game is that stupid, to remove ghosting in the pit entry, even for lapped cars, God, this game is something. It needs to get an award for that.
Yeah, it really is. Lap 14, who Visible is still not pitting. Vampy is pitting for his pit stop, as well as Yingaboy. So they're going to be trying for a sort of an undercut. Consola is staying out, the same with Chimp. Jono, is he going to be pitting? No, he's in Tornado as well, staying out. Chesney staying out. Nano going into the pits. Fresh, of course, staying out. Rob is going to be, of course, staying out. Well, Trent, of course, is going to be staying out. Well, pretty much everyone behind now Trent is going to be staying out. Unless Sonic wants to pit for mediums now. If he wants to, of course. That's his own decision, but Yingaboy just right behind Fresh. Vampy got right in front of Fresh, so that's good for Vampy, but not great for Yingaboy, because Fresh is still on those old hards, which you can now easily impede. Yellow flags first.
Let's turn one again.
I didn't see the yellow flags. I was so confused. Like, where are the yellow flags? But yeah, Yingaboy is going to be trying to overtake Fresh into turn 8. And he overtakes him easily with double the DRS and ERS. Now with double the DRS, he's going to be able to catch up to Vampy nicely. Visibor staying out. Probably going... At that point, he's probably going for the soft. Consela staying out. Chimp staying out. I mean, if you go medium softs, then you probably have fresh softs in there, probably. As Tornado goes into the pits.
Yeah, I mean, if you did 2 rounds in quali, you have fresh shots, so yeah. It's a okay strategy, I'll say. Oh,
Yeah.
no, actually, Tornado's going for the hearts, even less, if I'm gonna be honest now. Like, if you would 1 lap and went for the softs, it would have been sort of fine, but going for the hearts seems to be a little strange, considering you could have done that distance on the soft still.
Yeah, Trent with a new fast lap of 120.292. Yeah, I mean, or 3 set of softs if you went for the software allocation, of course. Chimp is going to be going for the move on Consola into turn 9, and he's easily making it as Consola just sort of lets him through. No real fight there. Not like in Miami in Tier 2, what was happening with... I think it's actually both of them that did it. I know Consola, but I can't remember, was it Chimp as well? But they actually did. I don't know.
Maybe in Tier 2.
I mean, I don't know. I was on vacation at that point. Visibori in the pits. He's going for the softs. Yep. No, hearts as well. Hearts as well. Chimp going for the softs. Consola looks to be going for the softs. Yes, those are softs as well. Vampy going with the new false lap of 119.997. Visibor right in front of Jono and right in front of Vampy and Yingaboy. So he's going to be having fresher tires and as well now, well, a buffer now, since, well, Yingaboy is going to have Jono to overtake, and Vampy has pulled from Yingaboy, well, with usage of ERS, let's say, as there are yellow flags that one of the Williamses, that's probably Clipsy, but Yingaboy with the DRS, he's going to be able to overtake Jono easily on this straight. Now the 2 AlphaTauris are switching places. Now they're in a slight bit of a risk that Yingaboy is going to be actually able to catch up to them. So it won't be that pleasant in the front for them, that they still need to think of another car.
Let's say if it's a boxing later, sort of destroy this advantage. If we went for soft, maybe could have made that back pretty easily, but going hard, I mean, yes, you get pressure tires, but it's not that Got what Theo had to say.
Yeah. Jono pitting in the meantime for softs as well as Chesney Riz for softs. Trent goes up to P6 because of them too. Young Boy is still within the DRS. I mean, he just needs to keep up in there. And with the ERS situation, Visible has the most out of them. Alex spitting in the pit lane, that will probably be a retirement. Yes, that is a retirement. But yeah, Visible having the most of ERS from these three. Then it's Young Boy and then Vampy, who has the least amount. He has 17%. Visible has about 60 now. He has used a little bit to overtake Vampy. And then Young Boy, who has about 40%. Now he's catching a little bit to Vampy, but not enough. Yeah, fuck this track, says Alex. I mean, I disagree. I like this track. But, of course, everyone has their different opinions.
Oh, I'm probably not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's ass, says Alex. Understandable. I don't know. I just like this track. It's different than normal ones. Albo with another 3 second. Konsla with a new fast lap of 1:19.764. Also, Nano needs to leave space out of the pit. Alex. I mean, I guess Nano is a little bit questionable in all with commentary, and I don't know with driving. I don't know. I didn't see his driving.
I can agree with the second point as well.
Okay. Completely sat in the middle of the track, hit me, and I span. Okay. At the top, there's a DRS train. Of course, I mean, you need to really be in a DRS train if you want to be close. 21 as sector 1, that's Albo spinning in turn 3, and he has wing damage as well. That's going to be another car that is going to be retiring in the pits probably, as Chesney overtakes Nano on the straights easily. The same with Chimp. So the two Mercedes make a similar move on the two different cars, on the two different drivers, of course. Fresh as well is trying to go for the move into turn 12 on the inside, and he has made the move stick on the exit of turn 12. Beautiful move as well by Fresh, catching Nano off guard on the straight, and he's moved up to P10 in the points paying position, although Chesney still has a 3 seconds, so technically Nano is as well virtually in the top 10, as Jono new fast lap 19.2808. By the way, Albo was our 6th car that has spun, I believe. And he has retired on the extra of turn 13, and that is a very late safety car in this Grand Prix. And AlphaTauri are in a slight bit of a mud, mainly Vampy, because now he has to create a sort of a gap to Visible.
Oh, look at that guy.
Already doing. I mean, and Josh right behind it. Oh, it's clipping. It's Younger Boy is already clipping this. Oh, I mean, Shape has even caught up to them.
It won't matter much. The problem is that
it will be penalized.
Bumpy will get slightly Bumpy will slightly get held up by Visible. So this thing is pretty useless because he will lose the place as well. The double stack needs that you have to be all pit stop distance behind the guy, like pit lane. Your teammate has to be away from the pit lane. Silver and Chimpanko stack stay out.
Yeah.
And
Vampy going into the pits. Slow there for the AlphaTauri mechanics. And he's going to be ahead of Younger Boy. No, he isn't. He is behind him. But he'll probably be as well penalized for it, I believe. Is HR this competitive?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, in this new season, it is, because Josh has taken a interesting approach of taking out, basically eliminating the fastest drivers, which included UDC as well, but as well included F1 Kid, Leo, and then a new driver as well that was that came in, but had to be in the reserve because he was too fast. But yeah, that's life. Vampy, by the way, came out just in front of Chesney Reyes. I just want to point it out. So Nikolai is on the mediums. Has pitted for the mediums. Now,
Interesting.
yeah, I think we can both agree that it's not a really great decision because them softs are going to be going to the end. By the way, what's the minimum time needed for charges? What's the minimum time? Well, pretty much I mean, I don't even... What tracks are even in the time trials? I don't even know. I don't even know.
Bahrain and Austria.
Basically, well, let's take my times. My time in Bahrain is like... What? 27.9? Or 28.9? Around there. Austria, I know that's...
You're gonna be too fast for this league, Wildstorm, if you were driving up the line. You're too fast.
I mean, I would probably be somewhere... I would be in the mid F1, probably. Like, somewhere around... Well, in this race, probably not with Visible Younger Boy and Paul in preseason was 28.2. Okay, maybe not 27.9, okay? 28.9 then. Well, probably faster because in preseason I did like 28.6, okay? So 28.6 we'll say for Bahrain, and then Austria I have probably like 103, 104. But like very high 103 or low 104. I can't remember on my head, but those are my times. And then add like for you, I mean, of course, I don't know how quick you are. The person who commented that, because I can't see the comments. And there's a little pop up for me. Take like 2 seconds to that, and that's like respectable time to be there. With the slowest you're... But with the 2 seconds added to my times, we're probably in the tier 3. Yeah, Chesney 199 coming in. 195.
While the safety car was going, I had to read at the racing rules. There's nothing said about a delta, why delta created under safety car. So if we follow the rules for the time being, this is legal. But I think they will, change the rule after this race, like they did for Spain last time.
I mean, even in Spain and then as well in Miami with Consola, they applied the penalties even though the rule wasn't there. But yeah, Chimp exiting the final corner and getting a good exit, and as well Consola Visible sleeping a little bit on the... Excuse me. On the restart. 9 cents to Consola, who gets a 3-second time penalty, crucial one, with 6 laps to go. Well, technically 7. 108. Okay, 108.8 at Austria is, I'm gonna be honest, terrible. It's not great. 108.8 at Austria is... well, you will be at the back of tier 3. Let's just say that. Of course, comparing to my time, it's terrible, but I don't know. I'll have to focus on
mine.
Yeah, I mean, you are like half a second faster to 7/10 faster than me. But Visible already taking the race lead on lap 23, the lap that we restarted. Oh, Chimp trying to go for the sneaky switchback, but Visible is of course going to be having the better grip with the 2-lap softs. I mean, could be the setup, but might be just that you need more experience in the game and such. You'll just probably need to get used to the game with the physics, and that just get more comfortable with the cars, and that it's just really the case of that. Yeah, Yeah, Visible already 1.1 seconds ahead of Chimp. In the meantime, in the back, Fresh overtaking Chesney Riz into turn 3 and 4. Trent in P8. Still Jono in P6, although Tornado trying to go for a move into turn 6 on Jono. That's not a great place to overtake. As Tornado almost lost it, but that was only because of...
Rewind nearly between...
Go on.
Chimp and Constella, UCAP. Into turn 9 and 10. Constella keeps second place. Chimp tries to defend against Josh, which is of course on much fresher tires compared to him. Maybe try to have a look into turn 11 or 12, whatever this corner is. Actually, Bump is going on the inside of Josh into turn 11. Good touch a little bit. They're going still side by side. Trent behind going off track. Josh keeps the place side of Bumpy. I think Bumpy decided to let him go just for not adding any penalty to his tally.
Yeah.
Now Josh might be able to make a move into turn 3, maybe on Chimp. I don't know. There's no DRS, so I don't think he'll make so much stuff going on. Tornado was having a look at Bumpy into turn 1, but didn't make it out. Still too far from making a move on Chimp. So they stay like this, maybe into turn 11 again. Actually, Tornado going on this side of Bumpy, but thank God they didn't touch much harder and they didn't spin. I think in 11 will be some overtaking with Josh and Tornado going for it.
I mean, Chimp getting as well at 3 seconds.
3 seconds as well.
Yeah, Chimp 3 seconds as well. And Josh is going to be trying to overtake Chimp. No, he doesn't look to be overtaking him. But Chimp is going for Constella into turn 9 and he's going to have to let Chimp through. But now Josh getting a good there's Kotek and them two are out of the Grand Prix. And that has caused another set. I can't with Sir Nikolai. You needed to see my POV on Yenga Boy. Sir Nikolai just spins and he just goes hit the shot like hello. Bro just came like what's up? But yeah, another safety car. Oh, and now he has looked up, gone straight sideways. What the fuck was that?
Nikolai was like, hello, are you fine? All okay?
Yeah, we are checking. Muchos debris. But yeah, Sir Nikolai going into the pits. Collision between Constella and Yengaboy. Yengaboy unfortunate with that. And as well, Constella, them two were having a beautiful race. Yengaboy fighting for the podium places. And Constella fighting for P4 and 5 in the early parts and the mid part of the race are both out of the Grand Prix. That means that Visibor's gap of 3 seconds to Chimp has vanished. Chimp in P2, but with a 3 second time penalty. Vampy in P3, but still the thing that he held up drivers is still around there, so I don't know. I mean, the FIs of that probably will be penalized even though...
We see John on the podium.
Yeah, we
couldn't really see John on the podium.
Or Fresh, because Fresh is on the fresher softs.
Yeah, but I'm considering Bumpy gets like a 5 second time penalty for the impeding. So if Jono can manage to keep up, we can get a easy podium, I'd say.
Yeah. Chesney P7. It's crazy. It is literally like last year in Australia, like late safety car has caused another safety car. I mean, Jesus. I mean, technically then it was a red flag, but come on. I don't think we even have red flags on. Can we even have red flags on?
Checking.
No, there aren't.
No, they aren't.
Yeah, so that'll be impossible. So we've got a safety car, and there's gonna be only 2 laps of racing to the checkered flag. And oh boy, we need to be seatbelt buckled like they are in F1 cars for this one, because it's gonna be carnage. Everyone is going to be pushing like crazy, everything, with literally everything, ERS, tires. I mean, Sir Nikolai is on the freshest softs, but he's at the back of the pack, so with penalties as well. So it's going to be tough for him to get into the points.
What's up? Maybe he can get up to like P10 on track, but then penalties. I mean, Pino will get disqualified for sure. Then with
Clips,
the
has 6.
penalties, I don't think he will be able to get a penalty, to get a point. He has 6? Maybe.
And then he'll get Rob, and maybe some other things would happen in front. Who knows? But yeah, safety car in this lap. And Visible this time is controlling the pace under the safety car. I don't know if people watching. Like in CT3, probably this is the most people that I've watched the streams that I've commentated. But whatever. Yeah, Visible just going slowly around the track. Not worrying about anything, just calming, collecting himself. Trying to just think about this through. I'm not trying to... okay. I mean, technically, I mean, I don't know if this is good for the AlphaTauris in terms of the constructors, but here we go. Green flags have been shown, and Fresh and Jono are already going side by side into turn 1, but Fresh has backed out of it. In the meantime, up front, Wizapor has an easy way to the finish unless he bends it. Of course, no DRS to the checker flag, so everyone is going to be pushing like crazy. Trent has overtaken Chesney through turns 3 and 4. Chesney getting a better run, but nothing can do. Fresh is right behind Jono. He might be thinking of a move into turns 9 and 10. He's trying to go for it. He's using all of his battery, or most of his battery at least for now. And they're going side by side. And who is gonna... Are they gonna go side by side? Yes, they are gonna go side by side. There's a little contact, but that doesn't matter, because they're still in there. Jono and Fresh absolutely driving to their limits. And Fresh trying to go around the outside, but Jono blocks it on the side, and Vampy and Tornado contact. And this means that if Jono and Fresh just work together, they'll be both on the goddamn podium. Both Jono and Fresh, but I don't think either of them want to work, because Fresh is already ahead of Jono. Jono having less ERS than Fresh. Fresh is up into P3. He's on podium places as of right now, not even virtually. He's in the podium. Visibor, easy in there, but behind Sir Nikolai, mistake. Nothing has gone in his way really this weekend, or this day, this Friday. But Sector 1, that's Clipsy out. Of course, no safety car to the end.
And fatal. Clipsy did fatal.
Yeah, Fresh is, catching of course to Chimp, but Jono looks to be somewhat getting in there, but Trent is trying to go for the move as well as behind. Chesney being hit by Vampy going off track, completely off track, trying to still fight with Chesney. In front, Trent and Jono trying to go side by side into turn 12, and Trent got forced off, so Jono keeps his P4. Behind, is there anything else? No, there isn't. Sector 3, that's just Sir Nikolai, but the Visibor is gonna come across the line to win the season opener here in Australia. Beautiful race by the Italian in the Italian team. Fresh is in P2. Chimp manages to keep hold of his P3. Jono P4, Trent P5, Vampy P6, Nano P7, Chesney P8, Rob P9, Tornado runs off the top 10, and then Sir Nikolai is probably going to be getting the P11, as Pino is going to be getting the DSQ, but this is the man that we are on board at the moment with Visibor. I mean, even though his teammate did some shady things, nothing can be said wrong about Visibor. Just completely beautiful race by him, no mistakes, working together with his teammate, and he is on the top step of the podium, and that's a great start to the season for Visibor. I mean, with the fastest lap as well.
Restarts where they ended.
One Italian has won in season 5, has started beautifully. The second one picks up the pole or whatever, the flipping stick from DC, and Visibor takes it, wins in the season opener. Fresh in P2 from P14 in the Ferrari. He's probably going to be getting the driver of the day. Chimp in P3 from P9, Jono from P11 to P4, Trent in P5 after him being down in P15, Vampy from P2 to P6, doing some shady things. He probably is going to be getting demoted down with the penalties. Probably Nano from P15 to P7, Chesney Riz from P7 to P8, Robo from P3 to P9, unfortunately, and then Tornado rounds off the top 10 from P8 to P10. Who is your driver of the day for you? We have to do these.
I'd say, like, I have a few like persons to nominate. Like, it's either Fresh or John. I'd say more Fresh, considering overall pace and fighting I saw. Yeah, I fought also well, but I still think Fresh deserves the driver of the day, especially starting from 14th and getting all the way up to second. Yeah, I think Fresh from Poland is the driver of
my
the
country.
Day.
Come on, in P2, let's go. But yeah, Fresh for me as well is the driver today from P15 to P2. I have to as well give these flipping nominees. So nominees probably will be, I mean, honestly, like Visibor, Fresh is going to be taking the driver of the day, but then all the nominees are Visibor. Who the hell was that? Who the hell was that? Chimp, then my memory's blank now. Whoever was in P4, and then I don't know. I don't know. My head is blank. My head is completely blank now. Well, there are 4. If you want 5, then just look at the race results. And then think of it, but that way it works. But yeah, that was Australia, the track in Down Under. Next week is gonna be Imola, like I said. Yeah, Imola. That's gonna be the track. Interesting track to look at. I'll probably miss Azerbaijan, so you'll have your
No, you're
moment.
leaving me with a mess. No, you can't leave me with a mess.
Have fun. Yeah, and then on the rest of the season I should be easily doing the rest of the season. But yeah, next week Imola. Do you have anything else to say? DC underscores as well.
No, I'd say we yeah, very fun race, and I hope to see something like this tomorrow in IRL. Actually, not tomorrow, in 2 days, IRL. Some fun, actually, and not do in first, you know. Still, yeah, it was a very good race. Also, funny moments. I mean, also crashes, but it can be perfect.
Yeah. I have nothing else to really add to the stream, so I guess see you next week in Imola.
Bye
Ciao.
bye.